For years, the Rampage has been a cool little truck living its best life in South America. Meanwhile, those of us here in the US could only watch, wondering why Stellantis wouldn't bring it over. Well, the wait's over, and if you are a fan of compact pickups, you should be excited about this one. Ram is throwing its hat into the compact scene, and the timing couldn't be better. There's a lot to talk about the 2026 Ram Rampage and its US debut. Let's not dragging it out and just get right into the story. Join us as we explore the world of wheels. Subscribe now and buckle up for the adventure. A whole new breed of trucks. Before the Ford Maverick showed up, there were a few misses in the small truck category. Automakers tried shrinking down their rigs, but they just didn't connect with buyers. Nothing really stuck. Then the Maverick rolled in and suddenly you had a pickup that was genuinely affordable and actually useful. The compact truck isn't some throwback to the 80s. It's a modern answer to what a lot of buyers actually need. That brings us to Ram Rampage. Stellantis has been watching this new segment grow, and they want the piece of the pie. A proven player. Ram isn't coming into this blind. The Rampage has already been out in the wild. Down in South America, this truck has been putting in real work and building a solid reputation. It's not some fresh experiment being tossed into the US market. It's a machine that's already tested and refined. Buyers here want something smaller than a half-ton 1500, but tougher than a crossover, and the Rampage can nail that middle ground. A solid foundation is there. Ram Rampage US debut. So, it's finally happening. The 2026 Rampage is heading north. But a big question is there, where's Stellantis actually going to build it? Because that decision isn't just about geography, it's going to affect how competitive this little truck really is. Building it stateside has some clear upsides. Quality control would be tighter, the supply chain shorter, and it would likely mean faster delivery times to dealers. Plus, US-built trucks tend to get an extra nod of approval from buyers who like knowing their rig rolled off a domestic assembly line. But here's the catch as well. Labor costs are way higher. That could push the sticker price up, and in the compact segment, that's a deal breaker. If the Rampage gets too expensive, it risks losing the very edge that makes small trucks so appealing. On the flip side, Ram could keep building it where it already does in South America and just bring it over. That might sound cheaper, but thanks to new tariffs, importing isn't exactly a bargain anymore. What used to be a cost saver could end up eating into margins or, again, hiking the final price for buyers. So Stellantis has some serious math to do before the launch. Do they eat the higher labor costs for the sake of quality and logistics, or do they risk tariffs and shipping headaches by keeping production abroad? Either way, the decision is going to play a big role in how successful the 2026 Rampage is going to be. Powertrains. South American Rampage uses a gas engine that slots right into the US market thanks to its smoothness and responsiveness. A 2-liter Turbo 4 is pumping out 272 horsepower and 295 pound-feet. That's more than enough for city runs, commuting, or towing a light trailer. Despite some recent rollbacks in emissions rules, a diesel option for the Rampage isn't really on the table for the United States. Ram seems happy to stick with gas for now, probably figuring it keeps things simpler and avoids any headaches with compliance or cost. There's also chatter about a hybrid unit. Stellantis and Ram have definitely been thinking about it, but for now, that plan is very much behind the curtains. No announcements, no timelines, just the hint that a future US Rampage could get an electrified boost. What will the Rampage look like? It's still a relatively fresh face in the truck world, having made its debut in Brazil back in 2023. Even as a new model, it already brings a clean look that works well for a compact pickup. That said, Ram will need to make a few tweaks to help the 2026 Rampage settle into life in the United States. Some updates might be subtle, adjusted bumpers or cabin refinements, to match what US buyers expect. Nothing that changes the character, but enough to make it feel like it was built for American roads. Truckers here are likely going to notice standout features: a slightly higher payload, an intelligently designed bed for weekend hauls, advanced safety tech for city and highway drives, and maybe even some smart storage solutions inside the cabin. Those little touches make our compact pickup feel like our proper Ram, not just a mini version of 1500. Release date and price. The 2026 Ram Rampage is officially planned for our US debut next year, but we don't see it tearing around test tracks just yet. Stellantis has neither started clearing production lines for the new model, which tells you a lot. The original plan was clearly to import the Rampage from South America, but new tariffs and supply chain headaches could blow that up. Either way, the goal is having the truck on dealerships' lots in 2026. Pricing is going to be a make or break factor. To compete in the compact class, Stellantis will need to keep the Rampage under 30 grand. That's a fact. The standard model isn't going to touch the 38 mpg that the Maverick Hybrid delivers. A Turbo 4 puts out similar power to the rival's gas-only version, and this is where Ram has a real opportunity. Deliver more refinement, and do it at a more approachable price. Nail that formula, and the 2026 Rampage could easily claim the spotlight as Truck of the Year. Miss the mark, and Stellantis may find themselves leaning on a backup plan, the Jeep Comanche. We've actually covered that topic in another video. If you want to check it out, the link is pinned at the top of the comments. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.